Yeah, guys, welcome to the video. So we're going to talk about non-destructive versus pad parameters. I have a slice from that sample right here. Okay, and then I have another slice right here. So this one is pad, as you can see right there, and this one, because you see a number, when you see a number, it means it's a non-destructive. Okay, so we got numbers right there. All in numbers means it's non-destructive, okay? So non-destructive pad parameters. The very basics of this is that when you copy a pad, a non-destructive pad or a non-destructive slice, this happens. Okay, so I just copy this one to that one, and I'm going to trim. Okay, as you see, so this one gets trimmed as well because it's a non-destructive. They both get cut. If I copy this to another one right there, now we have 3 copies of the same slice. They are always the same. If I come here and I change the start point of this one, they all change, okay? And that's the behavior of non-destructive, okay? Because it's always the same slice that you are working with. And pad parameters, when you copy it, when you copy a pad to another pad, you actually are creating a new slice from this slice. So this is the pad parameters right there. And you can see it's saying pad. So if you copy it, okay, so I made 2 copies of this. So let's go to the first one. So this one is like that. This one is like that. So like that. So you actually created 3 different slices from the copy that you created from the pad parameters. Okay, and that's the big difference between pad parameters and non-destructive. Okay, throughout the updates that came out with the MPC, before you couldn't put the pad to loop when you were using non-destructive, but now you can. So if you have a non-destructive slice, okay, you go to the modulation, note on, come back to the sample, and you have the option to loop. Before you couldn't do that on a non-destructive pad. But now the only difference is that when you copy pads, you are on the non-destructive ones, you are always copying the same slice. Have a look there, it's always number 1. Okay, and on the pad parameters, you are actually creating new slices, or you are actually bringing a new copy of the entire sample to the new pad, and that's why you can create new trimming points of the sample. So basically, I always use pad parameters because I just like the workflow of copying pads one to another and, adjusting the start and end points. I just prefer to use pad parameters all the time. And if I want to have, let's say, one of the reasons why I would use non-destructive is to have the same exact slice on 2 different pads, but with different effects. One having a low pass filter, another having a high pass filter, and kind of combining those 2 sounds. And I would use the same exact sample length, and that can be useful. But in any case, I would use pad parameters as well. And the only thing I would do to have that is to, now that you see these 2 have a different length, if I want to put the same length on both of them, I just go here and say multiple, okay, and just touch on those 2. Just do that. And now they both share the same length. And that's just an easier workflow. I never really used non-destructive because I prefer to use pad parameters and just easily copy pads and have them have separate lengths. Basically, that's the only difference here between non-destructive versus pad parameters. That's really it. But it's very important to know the behavior between the 2. Now, what happens if you want to have a slice that's a non-destructive and you want it to be pad parameters, can you change that? Well, the only way that you can do that is by going here. So if you tap on the sample that you're working on, and if that's the one you want to change for pad parameters, you just tap on it, go to the sample edit, here it is, and you just reassign it again. So convert assign slice to a pad, and you say you want it to be pad parameters. You put it on the pad that you want. Okay, press do it, and if you go now to the program edit, there you have the same slice, but now it's set to pad parameters. Okay, so you just reassign the slice back again to the program. And also the sound that you're hearing is from the guitar loop sound pack that is just out now. It's on the MPC Heads Bandcamp. You can get it there.